For 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Before the Dark Times. Before the Empire.
What is up, guys? Christopher Stolle here. Welcome back to another Journal of the Jedi. I am here today to talk about the announcement of Lucasfilm Games, aka what used to be known as LucasArts Entertainment. With the Caesar, I know I'm a couple days late, but with the Sizzler trailer that has just dropped, we're going to take a look at it here, and then I'm going to discuss it a little bit, and some of what I hope will be future installments of Star Wars in the video game industry, most of which will be speculation. I have nothing to base it on outside of personal speculation, but I figured I'd release one today talking about this. And, of course, the one thing that was announced for Lucasfilm Games, which is a partnership one-off game with Bethesda Game Studios, which I'm absolutely already all in because I love Bethesda. No joke, I actually do like Bethesda. But the fact that it's not a Star Wars game, but an Indiana Jones game. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's take a look at the sizzle reel. We'll come back and we'll discuss it right now.
Execute Order 66.
Red Group, you're our heavy hitters.
You've done it. The tunnels are open. Get in and attack the station core.
Hi, this is Dave from the Comic Collection, the ultimate comic store here in Feasterville, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Northeast Philadelphia. Come and see all of the great stuff we have here at the Comic Collection, including action figures, vinyl, CDs, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, back issues, action figures, old action figures as well, statues, and of course, let's not forget comic books. Come visit us at the Comic Collection at 83 Bustleton Pike, Feasterville, PA 19053, right next to Northeast Philadelphia. Come visit us. We'll look forward, and yes, we are open during this pandemic thing.
All right, so there it is. There's the sizzle reel of the Lucasfilm Games announcement. As you can see, it was a lot of footage of previous installments, which were EA game releases, things like Squadrons and Battlefront 2, and of course Jedi Fallen Order. And the only thing that was there as far as something that was announced but not yet released as far as like new material was concerned was the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga Edition. which there's a lot of speculation within that game as well. I've got it pre-ordered. I'm waiting for it to release. Right now, there's still no indefinite release date or definitive release date for it as of yet. I'm curious. Obviously, we're going to get the previous installments of Lego Star Wars being the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, and of course The Force Awakens, all of which have been previous Lego games. But I'm wondering with this Saga Edition if we're not also going to get Episode 8 and Episode 9, and who knows, maybe even get something like a Rogue One or Solo, the Star Wars story rendition of Legos as well. It may even include Lego Star Wars 3, which was the Clone Wars edition based on the cartoon. So overall, there could be a lot of Star Wars in that Legos Skywalker saga, but outside of that, there's not much more in the way of announcement to Lucasfilm. It doesn't really describe whether they're going to continue the contract they have with EA on releasing Star Wars games till 2023. If they're just null and voiding that contract, if something happened that they broke out of the contract with EA Games, or if it's going to work in tandem of, and I'm thinking it's more that. Simply because of the fact that, as I said, they literally just announced, I believe today, a partnership with Bethesda Game Studios to do a brand new one-off Indiana Jones video game for Lucasfilm Limited, or Lucasfilm Games. It's going to take a while for me to get used to that. I'm all in, because first off, again, I love Bethesda. I love The Elder Scrolls. I love Fallout. I love Prey. I love The Evil Within. Like, most of the things that Bethesda has released, I like. I know the game has a bad reputation, or the game company has a bad reputation for glitches, and of course, we're not going to go into the fiasco of Fallout 76. But my overall impression of Bethesda Game Studios is and has always been they put out great, compelling, story-driven games. And because of that, I love the idea of an IP like Indiana Jones in the hands of Bethesda Game Studios. So really, I understand with that going on, then that Lucasfilm Games is still interested in working with other game publishers and developers, and if that is the case, and I don't see them breaking off partnership with EA. It's just they are now starting to cement their IP properties to this brand name, Lucasfilm Games. The same as back in the day when you would get Knights of the Old Republic 2 produced by BioWare, but under LucasArts Limited, which was the original gaming company. And in fact, I'm kind of confused why they didn't just use LucasArts again instead of going to Lucasfilm Games. But neither here nor there. I do believe that we're going to see a Battlefront 3. That's just a given to me. They stopped supporting Battlefront 2 because of the fact that they're ready for the next set of games. And of course, we've already known that there's going to be a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order just because of how successful the first game was. So the only question I have is, will they still be under EA, or will it just be Lucasfilm Games? Or if they don't give the IP to a different address, or not address, but a different publisher. Could be anybody. Could be Bethesda. Could be, who knows? Who knows? But in my viewpoint, I like the fact that they are going to put it all under one house, even if they use multiple different publishers, which is not unheard of. You know, it's not something to freak out about if you're an EA enthusiast or whatever, which I don't think most people are. But if you are, there's nothing to freak out about. I think they're still going to be working with EA for at least until 2023, if not longer. It's just putting all the children under one roof. And hopefully putting that under one roof will also mean that they start making them kind of interconnected a little bit more together, and maybe feed to the main canon of the movies and TV shows that we love so much. the one good thing about incorporating it under one roof is they can spread the IP that way to any publisher under the sun. So EA does, for example, Battlefront 3 and Jedi Fallen Order. And Bethesda does this Indiana Jones game, which is great. But as far as Star Wars is concerned, now you could allow BioWare to create the next Knights of the Old Republic, or reboot Knights of the Old Republic to fit more canon story arcs. You know, like recreated as the High Republic, if you will. And I know it's a sore subject, and that's something I will talk to more with a panel than doing it by myself. That's why I'm not touching source on that today. But, I mean, the possibilities are endless because of the fact that under one roof you can dual out the ideas to many different publishers under your banner. And we could be seeing a renaissance of brand new Star Wars games coming very, very soon. And not just Star Wars, but who knows, maybe a Willow game. Maybe, obviously Indiana Jones, but maybe a Willow game. Or, you know, so many different things that we're under. I doubt we'll ever get like a American Graffiti, although a kind of friendlier Grand Theft Auto game under the guise of American Graffiti. Graffiti. Who knows? Maybe that'd be the way to go. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you share it out to your friends and family. And remember, we are joining the Star Wars Podcast Day on, I believe it was... give me 1 second here just to pull up the information so that way I do not get it wrong. Yeah, come on. Bear with me a moment, folks. Here he is. All right. So, yeah, the Star Wars Pod Day, which I believe will be on... Where the fuck is the date? I believe it is February 7th. Don't quote me on that. It'll be in the description down below if I am wrong. Make sure you guys are checking out all the great podcasts of Star Wars podcasts. My buddies over at War of the Stars will be joining this day. We at Journal of the Jedi will be joining this day. Guys, make sure you're hitting up the hashtag Star Wars Pod Day or SWPD 2021 to check it out. So many different podcasts are joining in on the conversation. We are all putting out content that day, including here at Journal of the Jedi. Who knows? Maybe there may even be cross promotion between the podcasts of everybody joining everybody's podcast or having one giant chat. But either way, it's to celebrate Star Wars and those who love to sit and talk about it, which means we are celebrating us and we are celebrating you. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.